Guys, welcome back. We're on the desert road. We got this super nice 2023 Lincoln Aviator. This is finished in all black with the black wheels. These are our first impressions. We're cheating here a little bit. I've already had this car for close to a week. These are going to be Alex's first impressions more so than mine, but we're going to give you a brief initial look on what this is like inside and out, and just go over some of our first impressions. Let's talk about a little bit about the way this thing looks and some of the interior features.
Right. So well, look, personally, my initial impressions are this is probably one of my favorite designs of any modern SUV. I just think it looks fantastic.
Right. The car's an absolute stunner. As you can see, this 23 is finished with the jet appearance package. So what that means is all the trim that is usually chrome is finished up in black right here. Yeah. I think it goes really, really well in this entire car, especially with the black exterior on here. So what you get is, you get that, you get the upgraded 22-inch gloss black wheels, you get the roof rails right here that are also black. You get the window trim that's black.
Okay, that's great.
Obviously, I don't know how the mirrors usually come, but the mirror casing is black as well.
You know, honestly, I love this paint. It's I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but it's like a nice.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Yeah, it's a very nice deep metallic flake on here. Yeah. And I think just the overall shape, the way it is, it looks one of the best SUV designs America has made in a little while.
Right. Well, you know, they said the whole design concept behind the Aviator is they wanted a floating roof design.
Yes.
So even if it's not a black color, all the pillars are always going to be black.
Yep. Also, many of you probably know that already, but this is a 3-row car, right? So it has that benefit of a 3rd row.
Right. So let's take a look at it from the trunk, I guess.
Right here is.
Okay, there it is.
Right. So this is with the 3rd row folded down. You have tons of space back here, combined with a very roomy back seat. So, I mean, you literally have the space for any kind of a family escapade you want to take. This Aviator comes in at just shy of 200 inches long. So it's not a small car by any measure, but it still gives you a couple inches less than some of the big mammoths like the Navigator and the extended Escalade.
Right.
And even the X7 BMW is about 4 inches longer than this. So this is a good size where you know, you have literally space for everything.
What I really like is this has electronic lift and lower seats, right? So you just hit a button and they go up.
Yep.
You hit it again and they go straight down. There we go. I got it. Yeah. Middle to go up or down for both, and then just this is the right, this is the left. That's all it is. And then what's also really nice that I really like is it's got these vents for the 3rd row, which when the seats are down, you act as a cooling for any groceries that you might have back here. So that's great. And then just like any other SUV, it seems like there's a electronic lower button here, as well as in the front dash.
Also, please point out that this has awesome rear exhaust, and they're real.
Yes.
So a lot of the automakers now hide all this behind the bumper and point them downwards.
Hey, dude, have you actually looked at this exhaust?
Oh, wow.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I see that. Wow.
The holes don't actually go.
Yes, that is, wow. That's a first of its kind. They really improvised on the exhaust design here.
Yes.
Again, one of the reasons I think they might do that is to keep these tips clean, which they are, right? They pipe it outward, and
that's so funny.
They always stay looking clean.
Yeah,
so
that's hilarious.
So that's great. I like, so it's got this little bit of, I just noticed chrome. It has this in chrome and this in chrome. I'd probably black that out. I don't know. It looks good. The lights look great.
You know, one thing I just noticed, I kind of like these little streaks in the roof panel back here. It gives it a little bit of a sporty
not just those
look.
streaks, but if you come over this way, the hood actually has a really awesome line going down the middle of the hood that makes it look very, very aggressive.
I see
that's a really nicely designed line there.
The design feature, right? I like that the grille is completely open.
The grill is open.
No
this particular Aviator comes with the illumination package, so it's got the side sills, the under the door lights that come down. This star lights up, right?
Right. So,
all right. Are we moving on to the interior?
well, I was just gonna say the side sill being the Lincoln.
We got that. Well, yeah. What you don't see now is there's puddle lights that
that go down. That
go down. Right. So yeah, that's what they are. Puddle lights. Right.
Let's start with maybe the third row first.
Okay.
Here, I'll go on the other side. Here, let's climb in, see what I think.
All right, we're looking at the second row now. Alex has successfully climbed in.
You want to climb in?
I can climb in. I was going to show viewers how much space there is. Let me make sure. Okay. All right, this is slid all the way back now.
The seat is sliding forward and backwards, as well as backrest, recline as well.
Okay, one thing I want to point out over the week of having this is that these rear seats, so this is the full bench seat. These aren't the captain's chairs. This Aviator, you can also get it with captain's chairs. If you get the full bench seat, just know that these seats cut off way before the door starts. So you have probably almost a foot of space.
Close the door and show it.
Okay, you can close the door and you still have I don't know, 6 to 12 inches of space between where the seat ends and the door. So it's
a little odd design feature, but I think they did that probably because you need to fold the seat back and slide into the third row through here.
Yes. So, makes getting in and out of that third row. So for kids, I'm sure it's no problem. If you have bigger adults, I don't know, maybe they won't be as comfortable back here, but overall, not too bad.
Got a little nice screen back here. I'm assuming we'll adjust audio, AC stuff for this row and whatnot. Little pocket back here. Overall, pretty standard. Nice kind of soft touch plastics here.
Yep.
On the seat.
You want to do a quick run of that third row?
Sure. So here's the button. You click that.
Okay, now do you got to go back in to lift these up? You got to go into the trunk, but we're not going to do all that, right?
All right.
All right, let's see how. I do like the fact that they're very easy to raise and lower with the button. All right, are you going to climb in there?
I guess I'll try.
Go for it.
All right. So before you climb in, you got to raise the thing up. Oh, and for a full-size adult, I'm 5'10". It is quite tight for me back here.
We'll just take Alex's word for it. I won't even climb back in there. I'm out of that type of juice today,
all right.
So we'll.
All right. And then climbing out is a little difficult here. You almost have to plan your escape route ahead of time. All right, I'm out. Whew. All right. Move the seat back, and it's good to go. And then obviously it's got the rear sunshade in the back as well. All right. It looks like you already made yourself comfortable.
Yeah, we're gonna go for it. Initial impressions of the interior. Hold on, let's have some coffee. Let's lower this AC because Arizona never cools down even in the fall. So
of course.
So we're trying to adjust all this.
I will say I really like just this general layout that the Lincoln has. It's got a dial for the volume, dial for the tune, buttons for all the AC controls, a dial for the speed. In general, it's just super easy to use.
I watched a couple reviews. Some people actually called this layout and this interior as like maybe old-fashioned a little bit, especially with the buttons. I like the buttons. It's very easy access. You're driving on the freeway, you're driving around city, you have everything, all the touch points for exactly what you need. You got the volume, you can change the channel, you can change the AC. Everything works. It's responsible. It works well. So no quirks with that. No traditional shifter. Lincoln has incorporated the shift buttons. You got the park, just very easy to use. Nice. I don't know if this is real leather or not with the stitched dash over here.
I think in general, it looks really, really luxurious. Very, very pleasing to the eye. I like how this is a floating piece here. There's also a little bit of storage.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could see down there.
All the touch points are nice. Everything feels premium. There's nothing that feels cheap. It's a 28 speaker sound system. It sounds fantastic.
Yep.
Really no issues with it.
And then I like this wood trim.
Yeah.
It just looks really nice.
And I like how this portion of the dash, almost same thing. It looks
yeah.
like a floating
Yeah.
floating dash
it's
right
really
here
nice.
that's been incorporated over this. So everything is great. The steering wheel is nice to the feel. It is a heated steering wheel, which is fantastic. You got heat and cooled seats on both sides as well as the back seat.
Yeah, you got a nice 2 cup holders right here. You got a nice storage place right here. You can close both of these up if you don't want to see them.
This one comes with the luxury seating package. So what that means, it's 30-way adjustable seats. I mean, you can literally, this car out of anything we've touched or driven comes with the most adjustments. So not only is there a whole bunch of adjustments right here, but you can go into the settings right over here and adjust every single little thing.
Yeah, I see that. No, whatever. Yeah, no,
You
the
know,
seats are extremely comfortable.
You have the massage functions on both sides. The best massaging seats I've ever sat in. That's fantastic. I'm going to point out one of my top gripes. Again, we're nitpicking. It's the fact that there's light headliner.
Yeah. I see that. We're definitely not fans of black interiors on the white headliners.
Seats are very comfortable. Again, one of the things I found, if you go online, some people will actually complain that in even the most relaxed settings, they do tend to hold you in quite a bit. So from my body type, they're extremely comfortable in all the right places. But I can see, again, if you're on the bigger side, some people have purchased this car and then complained that they expected just more roomier or plusher seats out of a Lincoln. So pay attention, make sure you're very comfortable in these seats, because they sell these seats as a huge feature of this car. So make sure you are actually comfortable in here.
All right, should we just go for a drive?
Let's go for a brief drive. We'll give you our first impressions, and then we'll roll from there. The first impression you get, especially turning the steering wheel, is just how kind of disconnected even this steering is from where the car goes. It's just, look at that. You can just kind of even like swivel it
without feeling too much.
And you don't feel too much. Some of the other impressions that I get is literally every single input and output of this car. So what Lincoln tries doing is, with every little movement, it tries to make sure you're not upset in any way. So the gas is not too touchy. The brake is not too touchy. The way this car starts traveling over the road is again, fairly disconnected. We didn't point it out on the outside. So this car does have the upgraded 22-inch wheels. So what does that mean? It means that on smoothest road surfaces, it glides fairly well. But as soon as you have a break in the road or uneven asphalt, you do start feeling some of those bumps and potholes almost immediately in here.
Sure.
What's your impression as a passenger?
No, I mean, as a passenger, where I'm not experiencing any of those inputs, like the driving inputs that you're experiencing, very relaxing drive, very quiet drive. Yeah, the suspension's soft. I don't hear a lot of road noise.
Right. Yeah. Again, we're on a fairly smooth road here, but overall, again, do you feel the size of this car? It does feel like a bigger car. I'm used to driving smaller SUVs.
I think, again, from the passenger seat, it's just tough to say.
It is. Yeah. So you do feel the weight of this car. It comes in at about 4,800 pounds. You do feel the weight. The acceleration of this is actually surprisingly good. It's a 10-speed automatic. It gets up and goes very, very easily with 400 horsepower in here. So you're not looking to race in a Lincoln, that's for sure. And this is not the hybrid version, which gives you even extra power. But for day-to-day cruising, especially in these busy city-like environments, it does a great job accelerating under almost any type of condition. All right, quick driver swap. We got Alex behind the driver's seat. 2023 Aviator. This thing literally has 1,000 miles on here. It's a brand new car. We're gonna.
First impression, I will say this steering wheel adjustment is not a knob. It's just a button. It's kind of odd. I'm used to a knob being on the.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna get up and go. So foot on the brake, hit D. We are in excite mode, I see. There's a driving mode button here. So that cycles through normal, excite, and I guess relaxed.
Yeah.
How How do I?
Which one?
Oh, there we go. Oh, conserve.
Oh, there's conserve and
normal.
And then there's a wet mode too.
Oh, I see the. Oh, slippery.
Yeah.
It's called slippery. That's pretty good. All right, pulling out in. I'm just gonna try it in normal mode. All right, I'm gonna roll out of this plaza here. Overall, initial thoughts. It's very easy to drive. It's not very twitchy. I see you have the massage seat on.
Yes.
So it's massaging my back and butt right now. Feels pretty good. So plaza driving, no real issues there. Let's see how this accelerates on the road. Gonna let some of these cars drive by.
Yeah, that's good. Let's get your initial take on this acceleration on here.
Yep.
And overall responsiveness.
It's got kind of a weird noise, more engine noise than I would think it would have coming out of the front of the car.
That's the surprising part about this Lincoln is that it starts, especially in like some of those higher RPMs when you're cruising around city, you can hear the engine quite a bit in here.
Yeah, and the transmission didn't feel as smooth as some of the German competitors.
I fully agree. Even though this is a 10-speed, it still has a little bit of that old school shifting clunkiness that you would find from years prior.
Right, but that did pick up pretty quick, especially for a really heavy car. That felt as quick as any of the other big like X5 that we tested.
I like all the outputs. So something like even like the turn signal sound, very mellow, and again, just nothing grates on your nerves in here, which I do like. So everything from that to all the chimes in here when you have the door open, when you don't have the seat belt on, nothing shouts or screams at you, which is a pretty fantastic mode in my eyes.
One thing I absolutely hate about the steering wheel specifically, this might be my least favorite feature of the whole car, is this Bluetooth speaker. What is it called? Voice activation button.
Right. I fully agree with that. It goes where your thumb would rest.
So I actually just accidentally clicked it. I was just grabbing the wheel like this, squeezed it, bam, hit it. I don't know why they put it there, especially because it's not symmetrical.
I agree.
So it's like this weird pimple that's on the steering wheel. I do feel like these shift paddles feel a little plasticky on the back.
Yep.
All right, here, let's try another quick acceleration run. I mean, it's not slow, but it's not really what I would call quick.
Yeah, and look, car like this, again, you're probably not expecting this to be a race car,
right?
Light to light, but it gets up and moves. It
does.
It gets up and moves. What I like about that responsiveness most is it has good pickup off a light, and that's all you really need.
True.
You know, so yeah, like do a slow takeoff off a light.
Right here. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it never lacks. But yeah, you can always get away from a light.
I like how this gauge cluster. Maybe it's because I'm in normal mode. It doesn't even give you an RPM.
Correct.
It wants to just isolate you as much away from sportiness as possible.
Correct.
It's just a makeshift speedometer and the speed.
Yes.
The speed you're going. That's it.
So it depends on the setting, but you can get the rev.
Oh, maybe in
one of the modes gives you.
Okay, so here I'm gonna put it into Excite.
Yeah, Excite gives you the rev counter.
Okay, so let's see.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So
when you was buried somewhere in there.
Yeah, and that does make it a little more sensitive to the touch. Oh yeah, not only more sensitive throttle, also more sensitive steering input. The car just gets a little bit more twitchy in Excite mode. All right, and then obviously I love the heads-up display. That looks fantastic. It gives you the speed, it gives you the speed limit, your range, time, and outdoor temperature.
All right, any other closing thoughts before we wrap up this initial first impressions?
This is a very luxurious, very isolating driving experience. It might not be as refined as some of the German competitors on my initial thoughts, but I feel like it might have more personality.
I agree. It depends what you're looking to get out of the car. This is more isolated from the road when you compare it to some of the modern German cars. But overall, I think it definitely fills a niche. And the one thing I really like is it doesn't try to be something that it's not. It doesn't pretend to be a sports car. It doesn't pretend to be, you know, any sort of in between. I think this sticks on the luxury side first and foremost, and, you know, gives you a little bit of personality to go with that.
Absolutely.
So again, stay tuned to our full review that's coming. Click the link down below. Watch, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time on the Desert Road.
Let's go.